Okay guys, so my original intro got cut off, so I want to make sure and do a proper one. Today I'm doing a celebrity inspired makeup tutorial, and the picture here is based on makeup by Adrienne Bailon from Empire Girls. I was watching the Style Network reality series with her and Julissa, and I absolutely fell in love with Adrienne's look, her makeup, hair, everything. So I wanted to create something that I could see her wearing based on some pictures I found on the internet. And basically it's a very bronzy skin, like a cat eye, and bold magenta lips, and I threw my hair in a bun to match as well. So if you want to see how to do this look, stay tuned for the tutorial. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I have a little bit of foundation on just to kind of speed things up, but I'll finish that later. Have this eye done, and we're going to go ahead and start with this eye. So the first thing you want to do is do a little bit of priming. I'm using Stilo eyeshadow base in medium, which I always use. My brows are kind of semi-filled in. I really wanted to go for a really light brow because Adrienne's hair is pretty light and I didn't want to do too heavy. So I'm going to go in with some Anastasia brow powder in medium ash, and I know that she's also a fan of Anastasia brow products as well, using my Duo Brow Brush from Sedona Lace, just to kind of clean up this. So let's go right into the eyeshadows. I'm going to use the Naked palette by Urban Decay. A lot of people have it. I figured it would be easy, and it has a lot of the bronzy gold tones that we want to do in this look. So first thing I'm going to do is take a flat shader brush and get a gold tone. This is Half Baked, and then tap off the excess because some of these shadows tend to be a little bit glittery. And then I'm going to pat on my lid about 3/4 of the way over, and then I'm going to flip the brush over and get some of Sin, which is a nice shimmery highlight, and I'm going to put it on my tear duct and blend it up a little bit like that. Now I'm going to take my Universal Blender from Sedona Lace and get a little bit of Naked and Bucked, and make a flesh toned shade, which I'm just going to put into my crease and above it. And I just kind of bring it down. It's kind of going to set the tone for the look. Now let's go ahead and start working on the crease. I'm going to take my Sedona Lace pointed crease brush, and I'm going to get Hustle, which is like a dark brownish burgundy color. Tap off the excess. And I'm just going to use the very tip of the brush because it's pointy. And I'm going to start to kind of carve out the outer V, because this is a very angular, almost cut crease eye. And this is going to be the first step. So by using just the tip, it's going to get more of a precise line. Okay, now I'm just going to deepen the crease just a little bit, and then you form that outer V as well. Okay, so now this might seem strange because I'm not finished with eyeshadow, but I'm going to actually jump right into the liner. I'm taking Wet n Wild's gel liner and my angled liner brush from Sedona Lace, and I'm just going to do a really thick cat eye liner. It's going to start thin, but then it's going to get really thick. Okay, like that. And now we're going to go back to the shadow. So what I'm going to do is actually take a matte black. You can use any black. This happens to be in a Palladio Silk FX palette. Then I'm going to take a angled brush. This is from Sedona Lace. I'm going to get some matte black, and then I'm going to set that liner. And I'm also going to fade out the edge just a little bit. Smudge it out, just a smidge on the outer half. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that black and bring it right into the crease. Like that. See how it's like a little bit of a cut crease action? Okay, and then you can go ahead and try to soften that line a little bit. I'm going to take the pointed crease brush again and just go run over that line just a little bit, and by like kind of smudging it too. It doesn't have to be super perfect. And we're going to make it match the other side, but it takes a little bit of touching up. So I'm going to go back into my lid color, reapply that, anything that was lost with the blending, right in there. And while I'm up here, I'm actually going to also do my brow bone. So I'm going to take Virgin right here, really popular brow bone shade, and pop it on the brow bone, and also blend out the edges over here. Okay, and then I'm also going to take a little bit of Sin and put it on the highest point to give some sparkle right there. Okay, let's go in with a little bit more of that crease transition color, which is a little bit of Buck and a little bit of Naked. Okay, and now let's kind of fix that, cut the crease look. I'm going to take a little pointed brush like this from Sedona Lace and tap it into the matte black and really try to get in there, that line, and really extend out that liner as well. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and put our lashes on, because when you put the lash on, it kind of changes the look of your eye, and then you can go back and touch up. I'm actually wearing some, what are these? They're Stardell number 43 lashes. Like all brands have a wispy kind of lash like this. Red Cherry, Ardell, they all have that. So I'm going to apply this with my Duo Lash Adhesive, which Adrienne loves to use. And I'm going to pop this on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the lash on, and while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes. I'm going to go back to my gel liner and get a little bit on that angled liner brush, and then I'm going to pop it in my waterline. And at the very tip right here, I'm going to do a little bit of an extension to give more of that cat eye look. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to smudge it out. I'm going to go back to the Naked palette, and I'm going to we'll get like a little precise shader brush, and I'm going to get some more of that Hustle, and I'm going to put it underneath. And I'll also get some of the, we're going to get, oops, I got the wrong color, this is Hustle. And then I'm going to get some of this Dark Horse, which is like a darker brown, and put it on the outer half. And then we're going to go and get a little bit of matte black as well, just to kind of create a dark, smoky look underneath. Okay, so now that the lash is on, you can kind of see a little bit more of what you have going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and touch up my liner. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much done. Now let's go ahead and finish the rest of the face. So I have a little wet wipe here. I'm just going to kind of clean up any fallout underneath my eyes. And reapply my concealer. I'm going to use YSL Touche Cloth number 2. And use it as an under eye concealer as well as like a highlight. And for my foundation, I'm wearing Tarte Maracuja Miracle Foundation in tan already, just so you know. So I'm going to blend this in, create that nice little highlight look. I'm going to take a wet, a damp sponge and pounce this out, which Adrienne is also a huge fan of the Beauty Blender, but this one is from Graftopian. Under my eyes, I'm going to use Ben Nye Banana Powder, which is like a yellow powder, which will really brighten up under here with a Sonia Kashuk big blender brush. And again, another one of Adrienne's favorites are these brushes. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going to take MAC Prep and Prime right here, and just any powder brush. This is a tulip shape contour brush from Sedona Lace. I'm kind of buff everything in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to contouring. First, I'm going to use NARS Casino Bronzer, one of Adrienne's picks, with my contour brush from Sedona Lace. And this is going to be the first bronzer. I'm going to go around the perimeters of my face to kind of shape it and add warmth and glow. This is a shimmery bronzer, so it does have shimmer, but it's not like glittery. It's more like glowy. Okay, so now that we have that on, now I'm going to move on to my more precise contour, which is MAC's Blunt Blush. And I'm not going to put as much on, but I'm just going to use it to really define the hollows of my cheeks and just kind of get more of depth. Okay, so now let's move on to the blush. She loves NARS, I think it's Taj Mahal, the orange one, which I don't have. So I have this one from NYX called Love, and it's going to be my substitute. So I'm going to take this blush brush from Sonia Kashuk and buff it in. So I'm going to take some Mario Dita Venovix I Am Glam and put a little bit on my top of my cheekbones, like that, a little bit here, and then just a smidge down the center of my nose. Okay, now to finish up, you have to do lips. In my picture, I had orange lips, but she does a lot of different combos, and I think I more associate her with like a brighter lip, either red or magenta. I'm going to go with one of her latest makeup must-haves, which is just simply the magenta lip pencil, and give myself a really bright magenta lip.